Hey, hey, hey. Hello, 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 everyone. And Sandra James here with Living It with Sandra James. What's going on in the world on this happy Friday? Heading into the weekend. What's happening? I have just been thinking and thinking about some things. I've been talking and talking and talking about getting organized and changing things around and organizing my life a little bit better. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. And hopefully, you'll be able to share some of the things that you're thinking about as well, and some changes you may want to make in your life as well. So we're going to see how it goes. And I'm here for a short period of time. And so I just want to spend a few minutes before we go into the weekend and share a little bit about what's going on and what I'm thinking about. Hey, Grant, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Excuse me for 1 minute while I clean my glasses off. Happy Friday. What's going on with you, Grant? And congratulations again on your 1,000 subs. Are you at the place where, with your hours as well, where you're gonna have get monetized? Yes, thank God it's Friday. Are you headed or are you close to getting monetized now? Share more about that. Yes, you're welcome. I'm happy for you. I'm getting there. I'm still on the snail thing, but I'm getting there. But yeah, I was thinking about that as well. If it gets too much too fast, then, will I be able to manage it? Only 502 on the hour, so way off. Not too bad though, the way at the rate you going. I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up in the morning and boom, there it is, right? So yeah, I kind of think I'm going to have the hours before I have the subs, as the way it looks right now. Welcome in. I cannot say your name, so Mishra, uh, welcome in. I'm so sorry that I bashed your name, but happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, so Grant, I kind of think the hours are gonna come before the subs. So we'll see how it goes. But so, I have been talking about getting organized and how, I'm still doing all the things so far as health is concerned. I'm doing all the things. It's just that I'm not doing them. Hey, Van Lot, welcome in. It's good to see you. Happy Friday to you. And Grant, if you don't know Van Lot is the man of God. He is the man of God and a great country fella, is what I call him. And he has been so gracious to me and so kind to me, Grant, and showing me love. So I'm glad to see you, Van. So I was sharing that I have been talking about, you know, or getting organized in my life. And so the things that I was doing as it relates to health and, eating, drinking, exercising, and that sort of thing. But I'm doing it at all times of the day and night. And so I don't want that. I need to be a little more synchronized. And so I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. So it's time for me to make some plans, or, move some things around and actually sacrifice some things in my life as well. So that's where I am right now. And I'm only going to focus on what really matters to me now and what really matters to me the most. So, yes, I am going to move some things out of the way. I spoke to my supervisor, my boss on my second job yesterday, I think it was, and we talked about doing the work for that organization on a schedule type, well, twice a week, opposed to random every day or whenever 10 o'clock at night or whenever they need support. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to give them 2 assignments a week now. I'm starting a new old age home. Please. Okay, hold on here. Please. I lost it. Look forward to watching. Okay, wait a minute. Please support me. Who are you and how are you? And happy Friday to you. M. Hashanane. I know I butchered that. But welcome in and share a little bit more about your old age home, please. And is that the title or is that just what you're calling it right now? That's awesome. Grant, you're gonna love Van. You're gonna absolutely love Van. We did trivia yesterday and it was so much fun. We did Bible trivia. That was just really, really cool. So to share a little bit before I get off of here, I am just going to do the things that matter to me the most. And it's still in the same area of service or support and help to other people. I'm just going to do it in a different way. What mattered to me before, and I'm saying before colorectal cancer, before going through the treatment, before going through the surgery, my life was in a different place. But now that I'm in chapter 64 of my life, I have survived cancer, I have survived the treatment, and living with the permanent ostomy now. At chapter 64, I need to be more organized and more purposeful in my life. And the first thing is where I've been slacking is putting God first. So God is at the very top of my list going forward from now on, and not back to the way that I used to be in the Lord, but a greater relationship, a greater fellowship with the Lord. That's number one. And I believe that if I focus on that and stay on that, everything else will fall in place. But I still have to work on, moving some of these things out of my life. I have so many different things that I do that all of them are important, but all of them are not necessary. So I'm going to make some changes. And then, so I started with my second job. The first job stays the same because that's my priority, my bread and butter, and everything that I need financially to function in in this world. But after that, what's important to me right now is making sure that I am able to do what I love, and that's crafting. I want to finish. I have a ton of blankets that I was working on while I was in treatment that I didn't get to finish. So I want to have those blankets, all of them, and it's about 6 of them. I want them all to be done by December so that I can give them to the hospital for those who will be going through chemotherapy treatment, just to give them away if they will allow it. So that's one thing that I want to do. And then I want to upgrade my candle business and, be more active with the candle business. So that's something else that I want to do. And I'm looking forward to you all sharing the things that are important in your life as well, because it can't just be all about me. So I'm looking to hear the things that are important to you as well. So that's, to get my business more active and, producing more products and candles and soaps and all the different things that I make, because crafting is also therapy. So I want to stay in therapy in that way. And I want to spend more time with my grandchildren, at least give them a visit twice a month. They don't live too far away from me, but I need to drive out to them. And so, yes, that's something that I really want to do. I want to grow the channel, but I want to help people that come to the channel more than I want to grow it. But the more I grow it, the more people I will be able to host and help. So that's a priority. And of course, the time that I spend with my very busy husband, we both talked about how we need to recalibrate so that we have more time together and, go on dates and things like that, like we used to. And so we've been, just working a lot. So the rat race stuff, the rat race stuff is over, and being all over the place. I'm going to make room, and I'm not going to, like write out a schedule. I'm not going to do that because that's never going to work. But I do want to not be up at 10 o'clock at night rebounding like I have done in the past. And last but not least, I want to do something about this waistline, my midsection. I need to get that and get in shape there. And, just I'm a little chunky in the midsection. So I need to work on that. Put the Lord first, and he will bring order to the direction. Yes, he is leading us on, and I believe God guided our paths together. Absolutely. We know he did. We absolutely know he did because we talked about it. Hi, Sister Julie. How are you? Welcome in and happy Friday to you. I'm just on here rambling and sharing about some of the changes that I want to make in my life and what's really important to me and what really matters to me now. And yes, Van Lot, we are connected. We know that he brought us together, and some of that union is to help me get back on my path 100%, along with Sister Jackie. And I don't know if Sister Jackie is still in here, but if you are, Jackie, meet Van Lot, absolute man of God who I absolutely adore already. And I am looking forward to spending more time in that community and with that family as well. I already say I'm a family member in the advanced community. So yes, it is so good to see you, Julie. So can you guys share what's going on in your life and what you're working on, and some of the changes you want to make in your life, and what matters to you? What matters to you right now? So yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. Peace of mind, even though I have great peace in my life, but I could always use more peace. I love serenity, I love calm, I love being able to relax a lot, listen to music, and just be in a quiet place. I shared the other day that I went to Exposition Park near the Los Angeles Coliseum, and me and a couple friends went into the Rose Garden, and I was sitting in front of the waterfall. There was a waterfall there, and I was just sitting there taking a break from walking, and just to hear the water coming down, hearing the water coming down, it was just so peaceful. It was pretty early in the morning. It was nice. I'm sure Pakistan is very beautiful. I'm sure it is. Hmm. Has anybody in the chat been to Pakistan before? And have you been to the United States before? Yeah, she says Pakistan. Have you been to the United States at all? So this waterfall, just sitting at the waterfall, it was really comforting, and I just felt that quiet peace, you know. Now, so far as health and eating, I think I'm gonna have to hire the cook back. I'm gonna do a little bit of some cooking myself, but I think I'm going to go back and rehire the cook that I had before, because she's an excellent cook, and having her in my life again will save me some time and help to keep me in order a little bit. And my husband absolutely knows her and enjoys her cooking as well. So that's something that we're talking about doing. And so, as it relates to my service to other people, as everybody knows, that I write for men and women who are in substance abuse programs. And I used to do mental health therapy with incarcerated people before I went remote, before I started working from home. And so I really spent a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of years going to school and getting a master's degree. And I was really gung ho on serving in that community. And so I've done that. Welcome in, Selling Cook George. Soon as I'm talking about food and cooking, here you come. Selling Cook George, welcome and happy Friday to you. So yes, I want to still serve, but I believe that right now my service unto others is to share about living with an ostomy and life after colorectal cancer and surviving cancer. And I believe that that's where I'm supposed to be right now, and helping other people, new ostomates who are coming in to living with an ostomy, whether it's permanent or whether it's not, and to share information and to be of support and help to them. So I think that that's where my life is supposed to be right now, and the direction that my life is going in. And I'm very happy with that. So that's where I'm going. So again, can you all share what matters to you? What's the most important thing in your life right now that really matters to you more than anything else? South Africa, coal, 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 I can barely see. Coal in Africa, she's saying is, or he's saying, is the very best. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Friday. I'm laughing because whenever I think of you, I think of rebounding. And I was sharing earlier that I'm still rebounding, but it's at all hours of the day and night instead of at one particular time because there's so many things going on in my life that I need to kind of level up and straighten up a little bit, so that I'm not up late at night trying to exercise and stuff. So I've been exercising and rebounding at 10, sometimes at 7, sometimes at 3, depending on what's going on, on that day. And a lot of that is due to having 2 jobs, and working. Have a good day. And working all the time kind of knocked me off my scheduling sometimes. And so I'm working on that. As I said earlier, with my second job, we have come up with a plan that I'm only serving twice a week going forward. Are you able to sleep after rebounding? Yes. Yeah, I can sleep. Even if I was a person that was drinking caffeine, I could have a cup of caffeine and still go lay down and go right to sleep. I could sleep anytime. I've always been a person that could sleep ever since I was a little girl, except for when snoring is going on. Snoring is going on. You work a lot too, Jackie? Yes, and we love our jobs and we want to work, but I have to know, when it's time to leave, I need to leave. Even if I am just sitting in my office in my house at the computer. Sometimes I'll just keep going, and because it's just a lot to write. Sometimes writing for 4 or 5 people a day. And when the clock strikes 4, I need to get up and get off, and sometimes I don't. Do you know cold job? No, not at all. Yes, can I sleep? Yes, I can sleep after rebounding too, but only doing the health bounce. Yeah, I can sleep, but especially because I'm doing so many different things. And so that's what I want to do. I want to get some of those things, just sacrifice them and not, I don't have to do everything. Do you have a standing desking? What is a standing desking, Jackie? I'm teacher of Quran Pak. I'm mother of, okay. So you teach the Quran? I might, Jackie said, I might be one because I work in, oh, you work out in a chair? Yeah. I mean desk, not desking. Desk. Yeah, I have a desk here. I got 2 laptops sitting up here. One is for, well, I got this one sitting on top of this one right now. One is for work, one is for, all the other stuff that I do. But yes, desk, not desking. No, I don't do Quran Pak. So yes, I'm just trying to get it together. And I think that the more that I share it and talk about it out loud, instead of just having it in my head, that I can be also held accountable. And, just when you verbalize things out loud, you put them in action, you put them in motion. Sorry, I'm still sick and can't type today. Girl, I can't type or talk sometimes when I'm not drinking hot tea right now. Yeah, Jack, you've been drinking a lot of tea, but you know what? The Lord is going to bless you for showing up and making sure that you feed his sheep despite whether you're not feeling well or not. And God sees you and he acknowledges you. He acknowledges you, and we appreciate you for that. You got your lazy, no, I don't have Lazy Daisy on. She's sitting right here by me, though. I don't have her on, but she's sitting right here, right next to me, because I've changing clothes and taking it off of this and putting it on that. It's just, so I just have her sitting right here. But yes, he's going to bless you, and he certainly appreciates your obedience and your servitude. Yes. So yeah, you guys, that's all it really was about. I just wanted to share out loud and talk about some of the changes that I want to make in my life. And it all is involved also in my aging, and as you know, I call it chapter 64. I'm 64 years old now. I need to do something about my midsection. I'm rebounding, but I think that I need to do a little bit more. I've been walking, even though I'm walking better, but the neuropathy makes it hard to walk sometimes. And so I'm just walking slow. But, brisk walking is good for, helping you to lose weight. But I need to find that thing that's going to help me trim down this midsection. And because I have the ostomy, it's already poking out. So I don't want to look like, I'm holding more than I actually am. So I am the one with the giggly belly. Yeah, I have it too. It's a little pokey, and my hips done came back out again. Sometimes, my weight fluctuates. So I never had to really do like a weight loss or anything like that. I'll trim down and then I'll, widen out again. And I'm very, the hips be coming out, and they're out right now. But this midsection really needs to go. I need to do something about my midsection also, but it is like an old friend that like hanging around. I know, just you could tell it to go, but it just won't leave, right? Thank you, Jackie. But yes, I would look and feel so much better if I do that. And so that's another reason why I need to organize. And I've been talking about getting organized all week. And the more I talk about it, and the more that I implement doing things to help that, it will happen, and I know that. So if you all would hit the like button for me, I see 12 people here. Please hit the like button for me. I would appreciate that very much. And so, yes, I'm just talking about it and looking forward to doing better and getting it together. And I don't have to do a lot of getting rid of things. I don't really have to do that. I just need to use the things that I have a little more. Organizing makes me want to take a nap. Surely, surely. But one thing at a time, one day at a time, and just not having too much on the plate is really what it's about. And um, if things don't work out the way my boss and I discussed yesterday, and if it becomes random again, then I may, have to set that aside, or, maybe take a long vacation, like a month, take a month or two off. And I've been with them both. I've been with both of my employers for going on 9 years or so. So that wouldn't be a problem for the second one. It probably, of course, would be for the first one. But I have a lot of PTO time too that I've been saving up so that I can, take a break when it's time to take a break. I gotta go back to work. Happy I caught you. I need to throw away stuff. We get so attached. I threw out 2 boxes before I got sick. I had not touched that stuff in a couple years. I know, Jackie. I know, but at least I do try to keep that down. So I'm doing pretty good in that area. Trying to put together a donate pile. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. It's just a matter of, getting it done. And if you pull out a little bit and then get rid of that, and then pull out a little bit more. Heavenly Father, give my sister the strength that she needs to accomplish all that she wants to accomplish for you, in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for the prayer, Van. Appreciate it. And one thing we know for sure, Van gonna pray. Jackie and Van. Jackie and Van is a mighty man of God, and you're a mighty woman of God. So, there may be some connection to happen there as well. I really, really appreciate you both. You guys have just really been great and really been good to me, and I appreciate that. So that's what it is, you guys, starting over when you didn't expect to. Have anybody had anything like that happen in their life where they had to start over in life, even in, at a time when they didn't expect to? I would like to hear about that if you can. And I don't feel like I'm starting over. I feel like I'm at a pivot in my life, you know, with the ostomy life, the some of the changes that I had to make in my life. It's like a pivot, not a start over, you know. Um, Starting over is fine if that's something that needs to be done to make life greater. Welcome in, Kyle. Happy Friday to you. That guy, Kyle, is in the house. How's everything going, Kyle? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so Van says, Jackie, if can speak for my sister, I would say that God led us to each other. Yes. Yes, I absolutely know that he did. I believe that he orchestrated every connection, that we have in our lives. I believe that he orchestrated that. So, Kyle, I'm just talking about making some changes in my life and what's important to me now and how I'm going to move forward in my chapter 64 years of life and how I can have a more serene, more peaceful life and how I can continue to help others. Kyle said, I hope people get a very good look at it. Hopefully, anyways, I gotta go do stuff. Just come by to say hello. Thank you for stopping by, Kyle. Please, 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 please stay connected. I'll see you soon. Okay, Van. Love you too. I'll see you later on. I'm sure we're gonna be on tonight doing something. Thank you, Jackie. And Jackie, I will see you later as well, I'm sure. I know that whenever you're on, I get a notification. Cheryl, I love and appreciate you as well. And it's always good to see you. And so I'm doing the best I can and I'm not giving up. I'm dealing with the neuropathy and I'm feeling like there's some progress with that. We had to start over when we moved from Texas to Florida. It was a long journey. Surely it was a long journey. How long have you been in Florida now, Cheryl? And is where you live in Florida, is it humid like it is in some places in Florida? What is it like? Yeah, starting over. But when we start over because we have to and we do it for a good, for a good reason, then it's good. But if you don't have to start over and you can pivot, that's even better. But whichever way the Lord lead it is going to be the most effective. Yes, yes. So I know that in chapter 64, living with an ostomy, chapter 64, I should be thinking about retirement planning and the next phase. And I am to a certain extent, but especially retirement, because if I have retirement, then I can do some of the other things that are really, really important to me. But, the peace of mind and being on purpose and living on purpose is more important to me than retirement. It's beautiful here, but it took us a long time to find a house. So you do love it there. We've been here since 2014. Oh, that's been a while. That's been a while. Well, I'm happy for you that you're where you want to be and it's beautiful there and you love it. But is it hot and humid? Like I went to Orlando, Florida in August of 2025. And while I was in Orlando, it was beautiful, and it wasn't like super hot, but it was humid. And when I walked out, like I was at a hotel, at a resort. And so, but when I would walk out of the resort and come outside, my glasses would fog up. And I was like, wow, this is some serious weather right here. So, but I loved it there. And I went to, I don't know if you pronounce it Pompano or Pompano. I went there for a honeymoon some years ago, and I really loved it there, but it was humid. It was humid as well. But yes, so it's hot during the summer, but I still love it. I hate the cold. Me too. I think I'd rather be hot than cold. But yes, so, retirement will come, and I really want it to come. But more importantly, my health, my peace of mind, and how I show up in the world for other people and my relationship with God are all at the very top of my prioritizing. Did you see I started the new channel? Now, let's talk about that, Cheryl, because I know that you were going to do it. I know that you were going to do it. I heard about it, but I didn't. So it's already up. Can you type it into the chat, the name of your channel? Because I know it's awesome. If you could type it in the chat so that I can visit it and come and subscribe, of course, to your channel, Cheryl. Let me see. I gotta look at this. Okay. So yes, 7 minutes with Cheryl at, I know it's at 7. So how long has the channel been up, Cheryl? I'm gonna run over here soon as I get off this live. 7 minutes with Cheryl. It sounds wonderful. And it's Christian based. Today? Today? Oh, wow. 3 days of live streams is too much. That's somebody else talking. It was hit. You gotta be kidding me. It was hidden for 3 years. And so it is live today. So do you have subscribers yet? Or will I be lucky, the lucky first one? Or do you do you have subscribers yet? Hidden for 3 years. That's something. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. And back. Oh, 8 so far. Okay. I'm going to subscribe right now as soon as I get off of here. And I'm going to be jumping off in about the 45-minute mark. I just wanted to pop on and just share a little bit about, I'm moving and making this pivot and giving more focus to, chapter 64 and beyond, going on and living a life of, aging that I'm absolutely embracing it as well. So I feel good about it. Oh, wow. So as soon as I subscribe, I'll have notifications. And so with that, I'll be able to be on point on everything that you're doing. Are you happy with it? I can't wait to see. You're a blessing to me also, Cheryl. I can't wait to see. So you're going to do your testimony and you're going to be sharing the word with me. God is so good because I had been talking, I had shared last week that with Jackie that I had been, praying about having some people who really love God in my life and who share the real word of God, because as we all know, some of the stuff that's going on in the world and, with ministries and stuff, people are just out to get money, and they're promoting everything that has nothing to do with God. And so I was totally discouraged as it relates to fellowship. So but Jackie's in my life, and you're in my life, and now Van Lott is in my life. I just met him a couple days, maybe a few days ago, and he's definitely a man of God. And so the fellowship is coming, and I really, really love that. hmm So congratulations on your new channel. I can't wait to subscribe and get over there and, bounce around over to that channel and give you all the love and support you deserve, you know. So how did you like your car diffuser? Have you used it yet? And have you hung it up on your rear view? And let me see if I missed anything before I land the plane. Oh, there's one thing on here that I didn't mention, and that is what I learned the hard way. So what I would say about that is what I've learned when I was younger. I can't decide which one to use first. One of them I didn't label it because I don't remember what the fragrance is, but two of them are the same and one is different. Um, so yes, what I learned the hard way is when I was younger, and my mom used to talk to me about eating well and uh, taking care of my body. I didn't listen. I just did whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't take um, health as serious as I do now. So I learned the hard way as my body has gone through so many different challenges and changes, and as I'm aging, some of those things are really starting to stand out and show. And some things, there's no turning back, like with the osteo uh, issues and the arthritis issues. But what I can do is work on taking better care of my body now. But that was one of the things I had to learn the hard way. Even though I was encouraged, my mom talked to me about these things, and she did her best to get me to take better care of myself. And I went on with my craziness for a while, for many years. And it's just really been since my recovery over this past year that I am taking my health more seriously. And so, but at least I'm here now, and I'm thinking about what's important and what I need to do as I continue to grow and as I continue to age gracefully, and as I continue to care for my body and my life and my stoma, this which is my ostomy life is really important to me. So I'm going to do everything that I can to stay healthy, to do better, keep moving. And as I shared and have been sharing with the neuropathy, I'm going to continue to take the supplements and the vitamins, because not only will they help or not help with the neuropathy, is still the vitamin B1 is a great benefit for the body as it is. Yes, it's important to take care of yourself. No one can do that for you. Absolutely. So, I'm going to continue with those supplements, and I'm going to continue to stay hydrated. I'm going to continue to exercise. And even all the more, once I get it in a more synchronized way and not just all different times of the day and night, you know. So I'm doing that and walking. And now I found a really nice park that's close to where I live. And so I'll be doing some walking in there. And I'm going to go out to the beach, maybe even Sunday. And even though I don't want to walk in no sand, when I already shared that, you know, with the neuropathy, my feet feel like I'm living in a sandbox. But I'm going to, you know, get out, and I have a bike in the back in the garage as well that my husband said he was going to pull the bikes out so that we could start riding them again. So those are some of the things that I'm going to be doing while I'm enjoying chapter 64 and moving into 65. And I'm going to go ahead and no, I don't. I attend a service online in Texas with Pastor G. Craig Lewis is where I attend, because most of the local is just, you know, I don't want to say, but you know what I mean. I need the real word of God. I don't need the fluff and the noise and the hype. And so, you know, I want to hear the word, and I want to have, you know, fellowship. So I have the fellowship now coming in with Van Lot and Jackie, and now I'm coming to your channel. But that is the channel that I've been watching for over it's been about 2 years. And man of God, and who preaches and teaches the truth, you know. And one thing I do know, Cheryl, is I know the Bible, I know the word, and I know him. You know, I had a very close and personal relationship with God. I had been falling off, and so now he's reeling me back in. So that's where I am in him right now. So I'm going to go ahead and land the plane. I already went longer than I actually wanted to, but I'm so glad that you came and that you're here, and whoever else is still here in the chat. I see 3. Well, I see 3 on here on the screen. But I appreciate you all, and I will see you guys in the next video and in the next live. Have a great, happy Friday.
Living it stronger every day, living it, finding my own way. Ostomy life, I say it plain. Colorectal cancer didn't win the game. Living it confident and brave, living it with Sandra Jane.